Good morning. Today we're talking about our new unit. We're on our second unit, which is integers. Looking at integers, today we're just going to look at a review of what the heck an integer is, and then we're going to play around with adding integers with the help of models. Pretty simple day today. Hopefully most of it's just a review. First thing we've got to take a look at, numbers, digits, and integers. Now, these are three things that kind of all mean the same. These are all different ways that we can basically say 10. A number is any given expression of value. Digits, well, there's a 1 digit and a 0 digit. Integers are another way of saying numbers, but numbers that can go positive and numbers that can go negative. So that's numbers are a value of something, digits are the parts of a number, and integers are numbers that go positively and negatively. Now let's just take a quick look at what that means. Here's your good old-fashioned number line. In the dead center of your number line, you'll see is 0. Now that is equivalency of having nothingness. And you can go positive. We could say from 0 you're given plus 2. And we would hop along the number line 2 spaces. And now we have a value of 2. And that's great. And from 2 we can add 5. And we can simply go along the number line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so 2 and 5 is equal to 7. That's pretty simple and clear. But when we start dealing with integers, that means we can actually go the other way as well. Now we have 7, as we said. What happens if we take away 8? That means we're actually going backwards on that number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 minus 8 is -1. This is the big thing you got to just remember. We're going positively and negatively in our number scale. If you have any questions about that part, you need to come and talk to me. Adding up numbers. This is the old story of 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And when you're in kindergarten, they say, you have 5 apples and somebody gave you 3 apples, and in the end you have 8 apples. You are no longer in kindergarten or grade 1. You're getting a bit older, but sometimes you do need to have something to count. Instead of counting apples and saying that there's, oh, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5 apples, and I'm adding a 6th apple, a 7th apple, and an 8th apple, you can use better tools. You can use counters, essentially what these things are. Same idea as using any of the old bingo or tiddlywink pieces. These are things that can help you count. Do you need to use these when you're doing integers? Not necessarily, but there is a tool that we are going to use which is similar. I hope that concept's pretty simple. Now when we're adding integers, we are going to use these little models, and I'm going to set up a quick little array here. This little model shows positives and negatives. So the yellow tiles, as we can see, have the little positive sign in them, and the negative tiles have, well, negative sign in them, or the red tiles have negative signs in them. So we're paying attention right here, right now, and with that, we have an equation. This is plus 5 and -3. Anytime you have plus 5 and -3, you can just stack them on top as they are right now. And we have a little pair right here, we have a little pair right here, and a little pair right here. They cancel each other out. Just like if you were to go up on your number scale here, if I said from 0 to 1, -1, that puts me back at 0 again. So each one of these things counter or count themselves out. So I don't need to worry about that one, don't need to worry about that one, and I don't need to worry about that one. So positive 5 and -3 is the answer. What's left over is 2. That was a little messy. I'm going to try another one here for you. Okay, this one's not too different, but looks different. So again, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. We can stack these guys together again and see which ones cancel each other out. As soon as we do that, these, and these cancel each other out, leaving only positive 1. Okay, a zero pair. This is the concept you just need to kind of think about when we're doing those equations. So a zero pair are any two integers that add up to make 0. So basically positive and negative the same amount. For every one positive I have and one negative, they equal 0. If I had 2 positives and 2 negatives, still equals 0. 3 positives, 3 negatives. My sum is 0. So a zero pair is any positive and negative integers that when you add them up is 0. And that's kind of similar to what we were doing already. When I stack these guys up, and I say that it's 5 positives and 3 negatives, we just negate or delete the 0 pairs. And we're left with the answer, which is a positive 2. Positive 2. So that's a 0 pair. Pretty simple ideas. A plus goes up and a negative goes down. You just counter each other out. Okay, now adding integers while writing the expression, this is just where it gets a little bit trickier because you have to isolate each thing. You can't just simply go down and write plus 5 plus minus 2. That just doesn't make any sense. So we take the value of our positives here, and that is, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is value of positive 6. We have to isolate that with brackets. Same thing down here. We have 2 of the negatives, a negative 2, but we have to isolate it with the brackets. Now we can add these two numbers up. So positive 6 plus negative 2. Cancel out our 0 pairs, and we're left with 4. So plus 6 plus minus 2 is equal to 4. This is how you write down integer equations. Make sure you isolate those pairs. I think you're ready for your homework now. I hope you are. Homework today is on page 58 of the textbook. Your questions are 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Question 4, it's a little bit interesting in the wording, so I gave you an example here. Question 4 says, add, sketch colored tiles to show how you did it. So it gives you the written version of it. You just have to sketch them. If you make little squares with an R in the middle, those will represent the red or the red negatives, and the yellows with the Y in the middle will identify the positives. Okay? Hope that's good. If you have any questions, make sure you come and talk to me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.